Putting their great minds together, they're able to build defenses like this golem. It siphons some of the magic from the land and is used to create the golems, a stone construct that they will use in their war against the destroyers. As I said earlier, each race will have their own minigame that players can participate in, though they don't have to in order to complete any of the main storyline. The Asura, being an intelligent race, favor that over brute strength, so their minigame Polymach is more strategic in design. In Polymach, each player picks 3 pieces to compete with. Player strategies will revolve around choosing pieces that will counter what their opponents choose. These 3 pieces will have their own unique skill bars, and the player will be able to directly control them in battle. The player that defeats their opponent's 3 pieces will win. And think of it as a cross between live-action chess and Pokemon on steroids. When we release a new product, we always want to provide some exciting new ways to play the game. With Eye of the North, it's all about the dungeons. We want to provide a classic dungeon crawl experience for our players. There are 18 huge, multi-level dungeons for them to explore. They range from hallowed catacombs to fiery caves and icy caverns. Players will have to look out for various traps, puzzles to solve, and big bad boss monsters to defeat at the end of each dungeon. We want these areas to really be about exploring, so we are also including various tools to help the players delve deep into these dungeons without making them feel like they are railed along a certain path. There are level maps that they can find that will show locations on the mission map, such as boss rooms, dungeon keys, and other important stuff. Another thing about dungeons is that there is more than one way around many of the challenges. You can use PvE only skills, existing skills, or even some clever thinking to outwit or just outfight just about any obstacle. Here we see some oozes, one of the many unique creatures you can fight in Eye of the North. Speaking of fighting, you just heard the music change as combat started. We created a new battle music engine that will change the music based upon what your character is doing. The music will change when entering combat, when you fight a boss monster, and will even mark when you're in a fight way above your head. We wanted the actual environments to act as your enemy as well as the monsters. You can see the type of synergy we try to create between the monsters and their environment. As you try to engage this fire elemental boss in combat, you and your party will have to dodge those gigantic fireballs being summoned from the fireplace at the very end of the hall, or you may end up dead. Finally, I want to tell you about the Hall of Monuments. Many of our players have put in hundreds and thousands of hours playing Guild Wars, and we didn't want them to feel that it was all for naught with the announced launch of Guild Wars 2. With the Hall of Monuments, we have created an environment where players can memorialize their achievements in Guild Wars and give them a leg up for Guild Wars 2. Each player will have their own Hall of Monuments that they can commemorate their accomplishments in. They will be able to invite in friends so that they can show off what they have achieved. The hall has 5 monuments in it. In the center is the Monument to Honor, which recognizes not only all the titles earned, but also various accomplishments such as beating a campaign storyline. Here we have the Monument to Valor, where weapons, only obtainable through Eye of the North, are shown. Next, we have the Monument to Resilience, where a player can choose what ascended sets of armor, collected through the 3 original campaigns, can be displayed. To its left, we have the Monument of Fellowship, where the heroes that you have fought with or pets you have trained are evolved and fondly remembered. Finally, we have the Monument to Devotion, which will commemorate all those cute little mini pets that players have managed to win, collect, or otherwise obtain in Guild Wars. Each and every monument a player earns will equate to a special unlock in Guild Wars 2. There won't be any other way for players to get them. Unlocks will be for things such as new weapons, companions, attire, and mini-pets. We want a player who has accomplished great things in the original Guild Wars to be recognized immediately for those accomplishments in Guild Wars 2. These accomplishments will be active the day Guild Wars 2 goes live, so that they start out with the ability to show off all their devotion, their valor, and their honor. That's it for this demo of Eye of the North. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you all online.